Hey guys, this is Viper with another video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Enterbay 1968 comeback special Elvis Presley. Now, I'm only in my 20s, but I am a huge Elvis Presley fan, and I've been anticipating this figure for quite a while. The 1968 comeback special is one of Elvis's most iconic live performances that's ever been recorded, and it's one of the hottest selling DVDs of him to this day. Now, this was my very first Enterbay figure, and it's the only one that I currently have. So I was really interested to see, what Enterbay figures were like, how they differed from good old Hot Toys, the standard that everybody compares everything to, that whole thing. So, the box is very simple, but it's a nice box. I like what they did here. They have this is a very iconic picture, and it's a really nice illustration, actually, of the picture of Elvis playing the guitar at the comeback special. And the back has a couple nice pictures of the figure here and just product information and all that other lovely stuff. These are a little preview of the accessories that come with them. Not too much, but you don't need that much with Elvis. Magnetic flap opens up in the middle. The figure's stored here, and the accessories are here. Very simple. But I like it. It's a nice box. It's built pretty sturdy. And, that's about it. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the figure. And here we have the 1968 comeback special Elvis Presley out of his packaging. Now, any of you guys who have been watching my reviews know that I'm a big fan of the phrase overall. Well, overall, I am very pleased with this figure, very happy with it. It's a great representation of Elvis. Now, being a fan, I could nitpick this thing to death, and a lot of people already have who are fans because there's a lot of little nitpicky issues that always come with people who are big fans of a certain, superhero or person or whatever. But I'll briefly go over them, but to me, they don't ruin the figure to the point where it's a horrible thing that it's not worth it. I think it's very worth it, and I'm very glad I have it. But before we get into all of that, let's take a look at the basic accessories. There aren't very many. First off, we have probably one of the most important accessories he comes with is the guitar. Now, while there isn't like little tiny fine details like on the logo up top, which is expected, they probably didn't want to pay for the licensing, but it's a very good representation of a 1960s Gibson hollow body. I like it. It's a very good paint job. They have kind of like a little pattern in the pick guard, which is really cool. And they actually have it strung with, plastic or maybe nylon strings. It really is a great accessory. With the guitar comes with this 60s style neck strap that Elvis used. And what's interesting about this is I actually own a 1960s K acoustic guitar, and it has a neck strap with a different color pattern, but it looks very, very similar to this. So obviously it must be authentic 60s. One of the other accessories he comes with is an amplifier, which looks like it's based off of maybe a Fender amplifier. It's not a bad accessory. It's kind of lightweight. The back has basic kind of amp workings, but it's nothing too crazy or too incredible. But, you're not going to be looking at the back of it anyway, though. The front looks really good. They did a good job of kind of having like a vintage weathering look on the speaker, which is really cool. I like that. And finally, the other really big accessory is he comes with a microphone and a microphone stand that breaks apart when you want to put it away. I didn't feel the need to uncoil this wire, but you could and, stick it to the amplifier or, whatever. And he also comes with a variety of hands. I'm not going to show them because I think we all know what hands look like. But I'll show off some of the smaller accessories that are actually on the figure now when we do a close-up. And here we have the figure close up. Now, the sculpt on this figure is great. I definitely get Elvis out of this sculpt. The only thing that kind of is a little funny about the sculpt is the expression. I know blank expressions are the easiest to sculpt, but he looks pissed to me. It doesn't look like a blank expression. He looks like he's actually just pissed off, which is kind of interesting. I couldn't do anything anywhere close to this, so it's not like I'm complaining saying the guys are bad or anything like that. It's just that it's just kind of funny. Anyway, I mentioned some accessories before. Nothing crazy. The left hand accessories, they have a green ring. The right hand has a red ring down here. This particular hand has a guitar pick in it, because I usually have him post playing the guitar. And he also has some wristbands here. And on the other side, there's another one, but it also has a watch attached to it. So that's pretty cool. But that's pretty much it. And then this is the iconic leather jumpsuit that he wore in the 68 Comeback Special. This is pre-1970s white jumpsuits. But again, it's overall great. The big issues that people are complaining about are, besides there's always somebody who says, "Oh, I don't see him in that sculpt," but I have no problem with the sculpt at all, really. The body is kind of where the issue lies. Elvis, at this stage in his life in 1968, was not a fat guy. He was not big by any means. Please, I've heard all the jokes. We know he had health problems and he got fat later on. You don't have to tell me. I know. But anyway, at this point in time, he was in really top physical form. And this body that they use, whatever this True Type body is, I know it's a Hot Toys term, but I don't know what Enterbay calls the bodies. It's a little too skinny. Like in here, it's just the way the jumpsuit fits on him, it kind of doesn't sit right. And this bottom button probably doesn't show up because the whole thing is black. But this bottom button continuously opens up, and it's driving me nuts because it just does not stay shut. And the figure also has a tendency to kind of lean down and slouch like that, which can get a little annoying if you're trying to pose him. But that's actually part of the reason that I pose him with the guitar in front. And that's about it for the Enterbay Elvis Presley. This is pretty much how I have him displayed on my shelf, with the guitar, the mic, the amp, and the stand here, which is meant to look like the 1968 Comeback Special stage that he sang on. And that's about the extent of it. I hope you guys found this review helpful, and I'll see you next time. Take care.